Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of Meditation March. We're so excited that you're here. We are halfway through the week. I can't believe we're already halfway done. And I am so proud of all of you for continuing to join us and show up this week. Real quick, if you haven't already, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, because after this week, we will be continuing to do meditations for the remainder of the month of March. They're going to be great. And today I have really exciting news. We finally have comments. Woohoo. So take a moment in the comments to say hello. Jenny will be managing comments for us today. So if you have a question, I know we didn't have comments Monday, Tuesday. So if you have a question that you've had all week, post it in the comments. We'll for sure get it answered today. And don't forget, Wild Hazel is doing a giveaway for us at the end of this week for the person who's the most engaged. So today is a great day to have some engagement. Yesterday, Heather told us that her gift box will be a collection including jojoba oil, which we will be using for a large intestine meditation later this month. Her rosehip, what is it? Rosehip lemon body cream?
Citrus and rosehip.
Thank you. Citrus and rosehip body cream, which we will be using for our pericardium meditation later this month, in addition to her brand new deodorant bars, which go fantastic and tie in with today's meditation. So that's all very exciting. And she will be telling us more about those in just a little bit. All right, on Monday, I gave a brief introduction to traditional Chinese medicine and craniosacral therapy. So if you missed that, go back and check it out so that you can understand why we're talking about these organs and how the meditations are supporting our nervous systems for full body health. The supplies we will be using today are, you want to have already dumped your bentonite clay into a non-metal bowl. So it should look like this. Whoop. We have a bowl with clay at the bottom. This was the little jar that your bentonite clay came in, and you want to have this filled up with water and then just set that to the side and have that waiting for you. You also want to be wearing a tank top today, which I have on. I'll go ahead and take this off right now because we are going to be working on our underarms in just a little bit. Woo. A dry brush, if you have a dry brush, we're going to be using our dry brush later today for some lymph drainage. We did a little bit of lymph drainage on our faces yesterday. We're going to be doing the chest and the arms today. If you don't have a dry brush, that's okay. You can just use your hands and do the same motions. And lastly, we need a wet washcloth or towel. It does not have to be hot or cold, and particularly just wet. So set that aside for later. All right, before we go any further, I would like to introduce today's sponsor, Heather Jansen. Hi, Heather. Heather is a licensed master esthetician in Seattle and the owner of Wild Hazel, which is a fabulous line of skin and body care. They use 100% active ingredients, so no fillers. It's also 100% plastic free, which is fun, and it's sustainably sourced and packaged. I have been in the spa industry for more than 5 years. I've used so many different products and lines, and honestly, hers are my top favorite of anything I've ever used anywhere. They're just fantastic. I always tell her, it's like she gets down to the skin on a cellular level and she just talks to your skin. It's like she's just down there with all the cells telling them like what to do and how to do it. And they listen to her because she's really good.
Nice.
And she also does more than just skincare, which is fun too. She has a great tooth powder that just came out that's been getting really positive reviews for healthy teeth. In addition to some other teeth products and then some body care products that are coming out. So in a little bit, she'll be giving us a short lesson about bentonite clay, how it supports healthy underarms, and leading us through a detox mask for our armpits. She also has a really exciting new product to announce. Heather, would you like to tell us more about it?
Yes, thank you, Hannah.
Yes.
I woke up a little gummy today, so I apologize up front for clearing my throat probably throughout this whole thing.
All good.
I'm Heather Jansen. As Hannah mentioned, I am a licensed master esthetician. I got into aesthetics because I wanted to help people feel more comfortable in their own skin. And that's basically the same reason I started Wild Hazel. That, and I love talking skin science with people. and just educating people on cleaner and safer ways that they can take care of their bodies and their skin. I'm an ingredients nerd, so I'm really excited to get this opportunity to talk about the products that are going to be in the giveaway at the end of the week and some of the key ingredients that are in each of those. So before we get into our bentonite detox mask, I will just show you these products here, and then I'll go over each one of them a little bit with you. So in the giveaway, we've got this jojoba bottle or jojoba oil. It's organic and unrefined. And then these two products right here, there are newbies at Wild Hazel. This one's the deodorant bar. It's very nourishing. And then this one is our citrus and rosehip body cream. So an all-in-one shea-based body moisturizer.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll start with jojoba oil, and that is basically magic in a bottle. So not too long ago, I recommended it to a friend who she had exhausted all of her anti-aging products. She's a minimalist, so she doesn't go all out with all the anti-aging products, but she wanted something simple that would just take care of everything. And so I recommended jojoba oil to her. And within a week, she was calling me saying, okay, how come I don't know about this before? My crow's feet are relaxed, and even the deep lines in her neck were like kind of disappearing, actually. And so
That's incredible. I love that.
she vowed to always keep a bottle of jojoba on her bathroom shelf. And then I also recommended it to a friend not too long ago who she's in her early 20s. She just broke out in acne really bad and had it for about 6 months, and she couldn't figure out what to do about it. It wasn't going away. She went to a dermatologist, and I said, well, we can talk about a couple different things, but let's start with this. Like, here, use this for a little bit, morning and evening as a moisturizer. Stop washing your face so much and just hydrate and nourish. Jojoba oil is very antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. And I didn't get to see her for about a month after she started using it, but she called me and she said, oh my God, within a few weeks, this acne was completely healed. And it was amazing. Like she even said that on top of her acne being healed, her skin looks better now in general than it did before. So
Nice. Yeah, that's great.
it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Couple facts about Ho-Ho. It is called an oil, but it's actually a liquid wax. It's nearly identical to our skin sebum, which, fun fact, is also a liquid wax. So as a wax, it's very occlusive, meaning when we apply it to our skin, it creates a barrier so that moisture stays in, and it also protects us against transepidermal water loss, which causes dehydrated skin. It's packed with powerful antioxidants, and it's perfect for all skin types. It's very calming for irritated skin, dry, patchy skin disorders, and as I mentioned, healing and balancing for acne as well. And that will be used in our abdominal massage in the large intestine meditation this month.
Yes. Stimulate some digestion.
All right. And then I'm excited to talk about the next two products that we're giving away. We just launched them last week, and after months and months of testing and formulating, we are very pleased with how these two turned out. So I'm going to start with the citrus and rosehip body cream. And we created that specifically to smooth out dimples on the body, strengthen the capillaries, to alleviate the appearance of some of those spider veins, stimulate blood and lymph circulation, and promote healthy breast tissue, and do all the things that traditional body butters do, like smell and feel amazing, plump up your skin and keep it hydrated, and pump you full of antioxidants and vitamins. Just like all of our products, every ingredient in this body cream is important, but I will talk about just a few that stand out. So we infuse jojoba oil, my favorite, with mandarin and grapefruit peel, which makes a potent oil full of vitamins and phytochemicals. And it's also a very beautiful deep orange oil when it comes out.
Nice.
And then, so let's talk about castor oil and how it affects the lymphatic system. I know we got into the lymphatic system yesterday, and Orahava gave us a very comprehensive lesson on that, and that was really awesome, but I'll just give you a few reminders on that. So castor oil has been known to absorb into our tissue and benefit the lymphatic system in many ways, and one of them is to aid in circulation and drainage. For those of you who don't know, lymph is a clear fluid that circulates throughout the body, collecting waste along the way, and it gets filtered out by our lymph nodes. If the lymph doesn't circulate and the waste doesn't get filtered, we end up with all kinds of toxins lingering around in our bodies, creating issues like swollen lymph nodes, edema, body odor, acne, and hormonal imbalances. And unlike blood, lymph doesn't circulate in a continual loop on its own, and it relies on us for assistance to help it. There are many things we can do to assist in the process, like moving our bodies, jumping up and down. I've actually heard that jumping on a trampoline is good for lymph circulation.
It is.
Drinking water and manually pushing lymph with our hands, or a dry brush. And we'll be using a dry brush or our hands at the end of our session, and I'll go more into the benefits there. All right. So
this is great because we are, just real quick, we are doing castor oil tomorrow. So this is a perfect introduction because we'll be using our castor oil tomorrow. So I love this.
Nice. Okay, so the next ingredient in our citrus and rosehip body cream is the rosehip seed oil. And I know there's a concern about polyunsaturated fatty acids being oxidizable. They can oxidize really quickly if they're not, if the correct quality isn't used, but we use a really high quality, wild crafted and cold pressed oil. And we sandwich it in between antioxidants to keep it from oxidizing in this cream.
Nice.
We use it because it's a mega powerhouse for collagen and elastin production, and that creates an all over younger and firmer appearance. And it has been known to reduce the appearance of stretch marks. It's also very rich in vitamin A, which speeds up cell turnover for fresh new cells to shine. And then last thing I wanted to mention in this body cream, the essential oils of grapefruit, blood orange, and sweet orange were chosen in part because of their fragrance, but also each of these oils contains up to about 95% of a phytochemical called limonene, and that's known for its tumor fighting and cancer preventing abilities. So studies on breast cancer show that limonene actually accumulates in breast tissue and may play a role in prevention there.
Fabulous. Every little thing helps.
Yes. Out of all 14 of the Chinese meridians, the pericardium starts on the nipple and is most intimately related with breast tissue. So the citrus rosehip body cream will be used in the pericardium meditation this month, and it's available at my site at wildhazelseattle.com if you're interested.
Yes, I'll have a link in there after the video is finished today.
Cool. And then the last product that we want to talk about in our giveaway this week goes right along with today's heart meditation, as Hannah mentioned. Our brand new deodorant bars are non-toxic, baking soda free. They nourish the microbiome and the lymphatic system, and they actually work. I can attest to this because I tested them on myself, and I am a very worthy candidate for this. So Hannah and I actually teamed up to create this product together. We wanted to make a deodorant that would address the root cause of excess odor and moisture. And then we decided on something that would nourish the underarm and create a happy environment for beneficial bacteria. So we talked a minute ago about castor oil's effects on the lymphatic system. The underarm is home to between 20 and 49 lymph nodes. So of course, castor oil is a perfect ingredient to use in that area to help circulate lymph.
Nice.
It helps to decrease inflammation and swelling, promote breast health, and combat odor by helping move the toxins along. The next ingredient in our deodorant bar, we added prebiotics in the form of inulin.
Those are my favorites.
Prebiotics, if you don't know, are food for probiotics, which we know are the bacteria that make up our microbiome. And there are a lot of bacteria under the arms. Some of them are good. Inulin nourishes these good ones so that they can flourish. And then we added a sage-infused jojoba oil. And these two together are an antibacterial power couple, and they eliminate the odor-causing bacteria. And another great thing to note about sage is it's an astringent, which is known for toning and tightening tissue, and that helps to control the excess moisture and oil production under there.
Nice.
And yeah, like I said, that product goes hand in hand with the detox today to add that extra level of TLC that everyone's underarms deserve. And so before I walk us through the mask application, I wanted to just talk about bentonite clay a little bit. And so let's see, what do I have here? Bentonite is a volcanic ash that's active, and it's been used for centuries for internal and external detoxification. It is full of minerals that are vital to overall health, such as iron, magnesium, copper, calcium, and potassium. And it also contains silica, which is known to absorb into the skin to promote collagen production. And that's one of the many reasons bentonite is popular as a face mask as well. And it holds a negative ionic charge that acts as a magnet for toxins and impurities, draws them out of the body and holds on to them, such as aluminum from antiperspirants. When it's exposed to metal, it actually draws that metal and its toxins into it, making it less effective, which is why metal utensils are not recommended for this. And we're using it under the arms today to pull out the toxins that might be lingering in there from antiperspirant use or toxin buildup from stagnant lymph. And I just wanted to also add that I did this detox last week in practice, and I was able to go 2 whole days without using deodorant and absolutely zero body odor, which is a miracle for me.
My favorite story. I love it.
All right, so without further ado, we will let everybody experience this miracle of nature for themselves. All
Great.
right.
You want to walk us through it?
Yes, I do. Okay, so we have, as Hannah showed you, our non-metal bowl with our bentonite clay.
It is really tall. There we go. It's at the bottom.
And our vial filled back up with water. So we want to pour the water into the clay. It might take a couple little taps or shakes. And then using your fingers or a non-metal spoon, make sure this is mixed together really well. I don't think I got enough water in mine.
Oh, do you need more? You can grab more if you need. I think mine's just about perfect.
That's okay. It can be a little pasty.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, it was a little runny, but this might be better.
Yeah, you definitely don't want it too runny because you won't get it on there.
Yeah, that is fair. Well, and that's a testament to how well it works, because if mine was runny and it still worked for 2 days.
There we go.
Okay, so it's mixed really well, and then you want to apply it directly to each underarm with your fingers. So just give it a couple swipes. Then all right, and then you can use your washcloth to clean off your fingers.
Perfect. We will be using the washcloth again in just a little bit, so keep it close by.
Hold on to this. Okay, well, don't hold on to it. But okay. All right, and this dries really quickly, so if you want, you can hold your arms up for a few seconds to give it a chance to dry before our meditation. And that's it for our application. We're ready to meditate with Hannah.
I'm going to say just a few words and then we'll dive right into our meditation today. As I mentioned, thanks, Heather. I will have a link on the video later. So if you're interested in any of those products, we'll stick around this weekend, comment, because you could just win them for free. Or you can check out her website and get in touch with her directly if you want to chat with her more. So just a quick recap from this week. On Monday, I mentioned our 5 essential organs. Today, we're talking about the heart. I don't know if you actually got into the heart, but we'll tie the heart into the armpits. So it's a little bit of in Western medicine, this is a little bit of a stretch, but it totally makes perfect sense. So I'm a licensed massage therapist. And every time I see people with really significant shoulder problems, rotator cuff problems, which I see and work on all the time, it's a very, very common problem. I like to remind people that our shoulders guard our hearts. And so when we get a lot of tension and pain in our shoulders, it can be because we have unresolved emotions or pain in our heart that we're trying to protect ourselves against getting poked from the outside world. So structurally, our shoulders form the chest cavity along with the rib cage to protect both the heart and the lungs. And in traditional Chinese medicine, the armpit is the beginning of the heart meridian and the gateway to the heart. So we're so good at taking care of the skin on our faces, but we kind of forget about our underarms. And I always say we love to hate our underarms. And I'm really working with Heather to turn this around. Instead of hating on our underarms, let's just love our underarms and take as good of care of them as we take of the skin on our faces. And hey, maybe we won't have so much body odor and sweat going on if we just nourish that area. So that's what we're doing today. As I mentioned on Monday, the heart is prone to overheating. In Chinese medicine, clay has a very calming effect on heat. It's not a fire hose. We're definitely not trying to put the fire out. But the heart does a huge amount of work for us. And as I'm sure you can all relate, sometimes we just need to calm it down just a little bit. So go ahead, you guys. I recommended having a yoga mat ready for today. We are going to do today's meditation sitting instead of lying down. But go ahead, make your way either into a chair or to your yoga mat on the floor and get seated into a really comfortable position. I'm actually going to have you start with your eyes open today, and then we'll move into having our eyes closed. And I'm going to leave my screen on for just the beginning of the meditation because we're going to walk through a little bit of facial massage, and then we're going to move down into working with our heart. So I'll keep my computer on so that you can see what I'm doing and you can follow me and you know where your hands are supposed to be. And then I'll turn on some really nice music for us. I'm actually going to do that right now. And then we will move along with the rest of the session. So start by bringing your awareness to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Begin to slow down your exhales as if you're breathing through a straw. So breathing in and out. This calms the heart. Now let your index and your middle fingers come to your neck just below your ears on this big muscle right here, and begin to make circles on the neck just below the ears, using the lightest amount of pressure. We are not looking to release the muscle. We just want to stimulate the vagus nerve that runs beneath this muscle. So we only need just the lightest amount of pressure. Continue breathing out slowly, as if you're exhaling through a straw. Now bring your fingers to your ears and massage your ears as softly or firmly as you'd like, focusing on the ridges of the ears. Then bring your fingers to the bridge of your nose. Slide them out toward your eyebrows until you feel a notch. There's a notch here just in between the eyebrow and the nose. Very gently make little circles with your fingers. Taking a deep breath in and breathing out slowly. Then bring your fingers down to your cheeks. Here, the cheekbone is here. We're going to be just below the cheekbone. And make small, gentle circles. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then out to the corner of your jaw. So the corner of the jaw is here. The fingers will be just here on that big muscle. Making gentle circles. Now bring your palms to your jaw and cradle your jaw. Imagine that someone you really love is holding your jaw. Imagine seeing their face, seeing them light up, and you light up as you see them. Feel what happens in your body when you see them. Continuing to exhale like you're breathing out through a straw. Now gently let your hands rest and begin to close your eyes. Breathing in and breathing out, as if you're breathing out through a straw. And we'll begin a body scan, starting with the head, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the abdomen, and the pelvis. Notice the place of most ease and let your attention rest with the place of most ease. The place that's the most warm or soft or peaceful or open. Just let yourself rest there. And notice what happens as you bring your attention there. You could bring your breath there. Notice if it's more to the right or left, or if it's central. Is it on the surface? Or is it deep? Or both? Feel what happens as you allow that place to be noticed. Then bring your attention to a place that's holding some tension. Notice if it's on the right or the left or central. Is it superficial or deep or both? And just get a sense of that place that's holding tension. Now bring yourself back to the place of ease, the place of the most ease in your body, and just rest there. Now we're going to shift and bring all of your attention down to your feet. Bring yourself all the way down and into your feet. Notice your left foot making contact with the floor. Notice all the places of contact. Move the toes on your left foot, either a lot or a little, depending on what feels the most interesting to you. Notice your little toe, the fourth toe, the third toe, the second toe, and the big toe. Then shift over to the right foot. Notice the places of contact, where there's more pressure meeting the surface, and wiggle your toes. Feel the little toe, the fourth toe, the third toe, the second toe, and the big toe. Now bring your attention back to the place of most ease in your body and see what it's like now. Is it the same, or has it changed? Is it softer, warmer, more spread out? Now bring yourself all the way out to your fingertips. Take your thumb and move it across the tip of your index finger. Feel the ridges and the valleys, the fingerprints. And feel the third finger and the fourth finger and the little finger. Now open your eyes and notice something that you enjoy seeing. Let it come to you. Still feeling your fingers and your toes. Now come back to the place of ease and feel what it's like now. And now come back to the place of tension. Is it the same? Or is it different? Just allow it to be exactly as it is. If it's too hard to be with, go back to the place of ease, or even back to your fingers, or to your toes, or to what you were looking at. But if it's okay to be with it, let your attention rest with it. Maybe you get a sense of what it's doing for you. Maybe protecting, or holding something in or out. Just see what it's doing for you and let it know that you understand it, that it has served a purpose for you. Bring your attention back to your breath, breathing in and breathing out slowly, as if exhaling through a straw. Now bring your hands to your heart. Cradle your heart in your hands. And rest here for as long as you need. If it feels nice, bring your right hand to your abdomen, keeping your left hand on your heart, still breathing out slowly. Open your eyes again if you've had them closed and look around. Let your eyes find something that they enjoy seeing. Whatever they enjoy seeing the most right now. Still exhaling like you're blowing out through a straw. Notice what you enjoy about what you're seeing. Is it the color? The shape? The texture? Just let yourself enjoy it and allow it to come to you so that you don't have to go anywhere. Right here, with your breath, your right hand on your abdomen, your left hand on your heart. Just rest. All right, I'm bringing your awareness back into your body. Let yourself begin to move around a little and wake back up. All right, I will hand this back over to Heather for our mask removal and dry brushing.
Thank you, Hannah. Okay, let's remove the mask with our damp washcloth now. Pretty easy to remove, it comes right off. All right. Now I'm going to demo dry brushing that area. And if you don't have a dry brush, you can use your hands for this. I'll show you dry brushing for this area, but these rules apply to the whole body. All right. So dry brushing increases lymphatic drainage by gently circulating the clear fluid that's right under the skin. If we use too much force, we'll bypass the lymph fluid. So you want to do this slowly and gently with just a little pressure. You always want to brush towards your heart and do about 10 passes in each area. So go up the arms, down in this situation. And then since I'm wearing a tank top, you wouldn't normally be wearing clothing around this area. I'm going to turn it to the little wooden nubby side so I can go over my clothing, but you want to use the brush side when you do this as well. Go up this area towards the underarm, towards the heart. Right. And when you do under your breast, you want to do it this way towards the heart as well. All right. Hannah, did that look good?
Yes, that was perfect. Thank you, Heather.
All right. And then I had a few other things that I wanted to add to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you can dry brush several times a week for lymphatic drainage, and it also improves cell turnover for a healthier body glow. And then I did want to mention, if you've had breast cancer or complications with lymph nodes in the past, you'll want to consult a doctor on the best method of dry brushing for you. And then if you feel comfortable treating this like your deodorant application for the rest of the day, just go throughout the day and see how you feel and see how you respond to the detoxification process.
And then tell us about it, because we love feedback and it helps with product development and learning how things need to change and what works for people. And it's just very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yeah, I like to do, just to bank on that, I like to dry brush every night after I take, because we have such a tight band with our breast wraps, like right around our lymphatic system. And that's the primary point of drainage in the lymphatic system, is right up in the chest. So I like to dry brush every night right before I go to bed. It's been fantastic. I've been doing that for a few months now. So awesome. I love it. It's my favorite. So that concludes Wednesday. Take a deep breath, put your hands on your heart, take a deep breath in and out. Be very gentle to your heart today. We did all of this nourishing heart work this morning. If you begin to feel overwhelmed at any point, stop, bring yourself down out of your head, back into your body, tune into your heart for just a moment, and see if that doesn't help your body begin to calm down. With that, join us again tomorrow. We'll be back here at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for a castor oil pack, which Heather gave us a fantastic introduction to today, and a gratitude meditation with Michaela.